Well, I think originally when I first heard it was back after his, I guess it would be his second year of university. So I was excited for him, mostly because of the fact that in his first semester he had off, or his first summer, he did an internship with a brokerage downtown, which was very much corporate and that side of life, which is kind of the side of life that I live in. So I was excited that he was trying something more entrepreneurial. We sort of have two sides of our family. My wife runs her own business as an entrepreneur, and I've more been through the corporate world my whole life. So I was excited that he was going to get to see both sides of what's available. Well, I think the first phase I really saw was that sort of going out and door knocking and doing the marketing side. So I think that's where I saw him grow the fastest through it, but it's also where I could see there was the most stress, because there was obviously a steep learning curve in terms of what worked, what didn't work. And I think at that point, the biggest fear I had was just in his own confidence, because he hadn't spent a summer painting yet. So he was trying to sell what he needed to still learn himself. So I think that was probably the part that I was most uneasy about, especially having my world's been in construction. So I know when you don't know what you're talking about, it's more difficult. I think he was genuinely excited. I think the idea of being able to have your earnings, or the reward, equal the amount you work and equal putting in the hard work and all that stuff. So I think that was probably for him that I saw, that's what caught his eye. And like I said, in our family, having entrepreneurs in our family, I think the fact that he could see a direct result of working harder. I thought it was great. I think, in my mind, if you can come through the school, get the business background, and then, I think a lot of people in university are very much corporate driven, thinking that's the right route to take. And I think with the changes in the world and what's happening in AI and everything else coming, I think that, in my honest opinion, Scholar's Edge should be having an easier time finding people willing to look at the trades as well as the entrepreneurial route, in terms of ways to have careers and businesses and, sort of branch out from just the bank, sort of accounting, the traditional jobs that you would have seen in the past. I think the most impressive was probably in this year. I believe even he would probably say he set very lofty goals. So I think he put himself in a bit of a spot where he had to achieve those, or he would feel like on some level he failed, even though it wouldn't have been a failure, but in his own mind. So I think setting those and actually working as hard as he did to achieve them was impressive. And I think that's something that he could have stumbled on. And it would have, I think, affected the way he saw things going forward. Well, I think it's matured him in a sense of the people skill side of things. I think, dealing with, starting off with, the marketing side, knocking on doors, having that front-facing side is very important. I think going to the next step of actually interviewing, hiring, having to fire people, all that are skills that are invaluable no matter what you do in life. So that was kind of the growth that I saw, was more on the people and being able to do that side of things. I have faith, nuts and bolts, he'd figure things out, whether it was business or what needed to be done, but it's that softer skills that are going to be important that he really grew. I think it's opened his eyes to more entrepreneurial. So I think the real eye-opening in terms of what work is involved, whether with your people, your crews, problems with people bring to you, it never ends. And that's kind of the life of, having your own business.